Take two. So I kind of got off the rails. I tried this a few seconds ago, and I went way too long on some other tangents. But I want to talk about priorities as a civilian defender. When you deal with basically the big conflict that you're going to have is firepower and speed versus anonymity and discretion. And this is where a lot of wrong thoughts get out there. So if I'm a police officer, I'm wearing a uniform, I'm open carrying, I don't have discretion. I don't have anonymity. So my only option is firepower and speed. So yeah, if I'm a cop, I'm going to carry the biggest, fastest, highest capacity thing I can get that I can carry comfortably. But I'm not a cop. In competition, anonymity doesn't matter because it's a game. Everybody knows why we're there. You know? And what we're measured on in competition is speed and speed alone. So that's going to change your priorities. And you see these competition rigs, they got these, drop leg, barely zero retention holsters and all this stuff that, yeah, it gives you super duper speed. But that's also measuring your speed off of a buzzer. And that's not when the clock starts in the real world. In the real world, the clock doesn't start when a buzzer goes off. The clock starts when the bad guy realizes you're a threat. So, for a police officer, that's as soon as the situation turns threatening, which is why they need a lot of firepower, because they're always behind the 8 ball on speed. But for a civilian defender, I have anonymity. Can't tell I'm carrying right now. I don't carry in the waistband. It's too obvious. I'm just some dude. And so for me, the clock doesn't start until I make a threatening gesture. And I can get to my gun without making a threatening gesture. That's very important. A lot of times you'll see a lot of the people doing training out there on YouTube and whatnot. They'll teach you to carry in the waistband, which is quickest access. But it's not as discreet. If I'm tucking my shirt in around it, I gotta pull my shirt up before I can get to it. That's not a good idea. That's drawing attention to myself. So I'm making my clock start sooner in order to try and get a faster draw. That doesn't add up. So, while waistband carry is traditional, which is another issue, because it's traditional, when I reach back for my gun that's in my waistband, everybody knows what I'm doing. And a whole lot of other reasons to reach in that region of your body, unless you got an odd itch. So it draws attention to you. I don't even keep my wallet back there, because if I'm stopped by a police officer, first of all, I stop and I pull out, I show him my concealed carry permit. He knows I have a gun. And then the next thing I do, reach around? No, bad idea. Which actually, probably if I already handed him my ID, I wouldn't be reaching around again. But still, if I don't have it out, when he gets there, and if he knows that I'm carrying and I reach like this, if somebody mentions something or whatever, and I go reaching behind, then that's the same gesture I make when I'm reaching for a gun, and that's a good way to get shot when you don't need to be. So while it's convenient and quick, but it's got major downsides in that it puts you in a position where you can be thought to be making a threatening gesture when you're not, and get yourself shot. And B, you're making a threatening gesture in order to get to your gun. Now, it's possible to draw from back there discreetly. You can kind of, and that works. And if you'll see successful encounters, there's a good channel out there. I'll link in the description. Active Self-Protection. He goes around and he finds surveillance video of real-world defensive scenarios, and you'll see when they're successful, that's what they do. They turn, they obscure their draw, they very casually pull it out. But that's still a harder place to conceal because, granted, I'm tall, I'm 6'3.5-ish. So finding shirts long enough to cover a gun in my waistband just doesn't happen. If I ever find them, they're I look like a kid wearing my dad's shirt. So, it's not as concealable. And so you're more likely to get attention that you don't want in that scenario. And like I said, for you, the clock starts when the bad guy realizes you're a threat. So, yeah, if I can get this draw down to 1 second, which is pretty easy to do, that's great. But I'm starting from here instead of starting from here. And from here, I can draw a lot faster than 1 second. So, to give you an example, I'll unload. Empty gun. I should probably show it that way, shouldn't I? So from here, that's pretty fast. And that kind of sucked. I caught my finger on my pocket. I can try again. From here, and when I decide to draw, it's a lot faster. From the time when the clock really starts for me, which is when the bad guy realizes I'm armed. So, now the pocket is not the only discreet way to carry. I also have carried in a shoulder holster. If you do that, open shirt, you gotta kind of dress like you're, in a 90s alt rock band, but it works. And how you can get to your gun discreetly is you fold your arms like this. You just look like you're bored, and you can get out your hand on your gun, disengage safeties, whatever you need to do discreetly, and then that's real quick. So that's that should be your top priority. And again, I said, I'm not saying never carry in the waistband, but remember that however you choose to carry, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to draw, and you're trying to get your time down, remember that for a civilian defender, your time starts when the bad guy realizes you have a gun. So if you can make that take longer, then you don't have to draw as fast. You can focus on discretion, you can focus on accuracy, and you're better off. So with that, stay safe, be vigilant, and always be ready to help somebody else.